Okay, so we're doing an experiment here with these HDMI cables because I'm trying to run an HDMI cable in a conduit, but it's an impossible task. And the only way to do it really is to cut the HDMI and then try to crimp 19 wires at the connector. Now these connectors are really small, but they're still, try to fit 3 HDMIs in a conduit. It's almost impossible. Now this one's a fiber optic HDMI, which means that the signal is copper right here, and it gets converted into fiber, into a light, and so there's a fiber optic inside the cable that goes around, and then it spits it back out to here as fiber, and then it gets converted back to copper to the device. So you can see with my tester it looks okay, although we're not really gonna know for sure until we actually do a test. So we're gonna cut this open and see what we got inside. Now you gotta be careful because these are labeled. So normally an HDMI cable you can go, it doesn't really matter. You could go, it doesn't matter what direction is source and what direction is the display, but on these ones you have to be accurate. So, okay, so when I stripped the wire, I thought, okay, we'll just see a fiber, but we'll also probably see some kind of wire for power. But what's interesting is there's actually eight wires in here. So there's and some of them are copper. So now we're gonna have to tell, is there a fiber optic? Because we should see the light. But the thing is, only one side can do it. So when I peel this off, I found there's 3 wires in here. So there's blue, green, and orange. Actually, it broke because there's kind of like 4 actually. So there's blue, brown, green, and orange, and there's something else. Actually, I managed to strip this with a cleaver, or not the cleaver, but I managed to strip this with my fiber stripper. So I can't tell if that's glass or metal, but it looks like metal to me. So where's the fiber in here? Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the fusion splicer, and it actually shows up, so we can see that there's a core in here inside the fiber. Now obviously this thing is filthy, but let's try something here. Okay, so I managed to cleave it, so now the edge is flat, but the splicer says incorrect fiber position. So maybe we're gonna go back to so it's at single mode. So what we can try is oops. And try multi-mode fiber. And go back. Multi-mode. And then let's try this now. Still says incorrect fiber. Oh, you know what it is? Hold on. Okay, so now I did this both sides. So it's very interesting. Now it says no fiber on left, which is weird. Hold on. So now it's actually single mode, and we manage very little loss. Now I forgot to put the heat shrink on here, but I wasn't gonna waste the heat shrink for the experiment. But actually, this fiber splice is way tougher. Look at it. This is like a solid splice. It's not even like normally when you splice this, it would break apart pretty fast. So conclusion is the HDMIs, they use a single mode fiber in the but they have 4 strands, which is strange. But so there's 4 strands, and there's also 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copper wires that plus the shield, which probably have to be reconnected. So it's not just, I figured there'd be a couple. I figured, hey, there'll be 2 strands of fiber and 2 strands of copper. But there's actually like almost the same as a normal HDMI. So it's kind of a lot of work to have to try and splice it, but it is possible.